What is up, guys? It's your boy Bravo, and in today's video, I have finally tried FSD in Europe, and precisely in Denmark. I live in Denmark. I have been so excited to try FSD. I had actually a meeting to try FSD on the 27th of January, and it got cancelled because of the snowstorm. The snow was everywhere, and it was just a chaos. And here in the video, it is after a snowstorm. So my meeting, 27th of January, got cancelled, and I got one today on February 10th. And this is pretty much my run with FSD. I'll pretty much give a little bit of comment. It's not really a long video, it's just like 5 minutes or something. But you will actually see how good FSD is in cities and how it didn't struggle at all. And it struggled a little bit on something that it should not really struggle on. So without further ado, I'll be commenting on the video and pretty much seeing like where it struggled and where it did have issues and stuff. So we started here, nothing really crazy. I also muted the audio because I was talking me and the FSD driver was supervising, and pretty much I can't put his voice into the video, so yeah, sorry. I can't really do much. So we started here, really beautiful, really smooth ride, nothing really happened. I mean, it's also like on a Tuesday, 12 p.m, so it's pretty much empty. There's not really that much going on the streets. Pretty much FSD did really a good job here on the streets, even though with snow on the sides and everything, like it didn't really struggle at all doing all these stuff. But yeah, this is here we're entering the city. This is like its first obstacle. You can see here there's like cars, there's bikes, there's another car. So here the car is on like this side, and yeah, the BMW has to stop. And here we have like a person who's walking, which it will slow down for it. And here, this is the most interesting part. So here there's like two cars. Normally what I will do is basically stop before here, like the van, and let these two cars pass. But FSD had like a different, I don't know, style to do it. So basically, since they are obligated actually to stop for me, and FSD has to continue, but also there's another van on this side, so it was a 50-50. So FSD actually decided to push all the way in and let them pass and then continue, which was a little bit interesting to me. And I was like, how on earth, like, you know, did FSD like had the balls to even do that? So here, this is also interesting. Here now we're like screwed. It's like there's two ways. I should have been like holding. In reality, as a person, I should be holding, but FSD had other plans. It was like, hold my beer, I'll show you how to do this. And it actually freaking managed to actually like go inside like two cars like easily without doing anything. There was no stress for both of us, not for FSD and the driver on the other side. There was like literally no problems at all. Here also, even with the snow, normally there's no snow on the side, and it's just like this is not even a hedge or anything, so I could actually go a little bit over it and stuff. It was easy. Here it's like gonna be turning left, and it shows a woman that is pretty much rushing a little bit, and it decided to stop for it, which is pretty safe. That's what I would have done personally. Pretty impressive. And pretty much here we don't have much going on, but what I will show you next is actually after this thing what happened. Also, like we experienced something like really interesting, and it's actually super funny, because as we humans, we have different plans, like, you know, to do stuff. We think differently. We have to do what is like the easiest and the safest thing and the faster thing. We don't think like a computer. We know the rules, but we're just gonna break them anyway. Well, FSD does not break the rules, but you have to make it to break the rules. I'll pretty much show you an example of what I mean here. It is just coming about that testing after this couple seconds, and it will show. It's not far also from here where we stop. So here we have a truck that has to park on the right side of the road, pretty much blocking our side. So the problem here, we have continuous line, if you can see in the middle. As I was told by the FSD supervisor driver, I told him which version is this, and he said it was version 14. But it's tweaked to be driven in Europe and also Denmark. So pretty much according to FSD, according to what FSD understand, following the rules, when there's continuous line, it's not really gonna overtake, the truck. Nope, it's gonna stand there because it knows it has to stand here. But FSD really here, like, it gave us a little bit of like a hard time, because it wasn't really doing anything here. It didn't really do much. It stayed like here, like for a couple of, I don't know, maybe 40 seconds or something, even though it was clear. I mean, here it couldn't do anything. There was like a lot of traffic in this like part of the city. And yeah, it kept like waiting and waiting. There was a lot of cars. And then clears out. Here there was actually someone who was honking at us in the back, like this car behind. It was actually honking. So here the driver has to actually push it. So he started actually to press a little bit on the accelerator pedal, so pretty much to make it to go. What I understood from this maneuver is pretty much FSD is not gonna break the rule until you actually tell it. So here, as you can see, the driver is gonna be pressing on the pedal, so it's gonna make it go. So here, then it stops here again because it doesn't want to do it, but you keep forcing it to do it until it actually does, and then it executes perfectly, like the what is it called? Like the rundkørsel. It's called rundkørsel, like in Danish. So pretty much like the circle thing, and like the X. I have no clue what it's called in English. I forgot. So yeah. So that was actually one of the most, like, I don't know, best experience I've ever had. And FSD is really ready for Europe. We also have a video on YouTube that FSD was driving in Copenhagen, in the middle of Copenhagen, and it was super impressive. But that was my take on FSD. FSD is super awesome. It is ready to hit like the EU countries, and it's ready to hit Denmark, and hopefully it will be accepted soon in the EU. That was my video for today. I'll see you again pretty soon. Take care and peace.